Throwback to the 21st of May, 2022. Good morning, everyone. I have arrived outside of Waddon Pond, and I actually got off at Waddon Marsh's tram stop. And my first destination was supposed to be the Croydon Airport Visitor Center, but as I was walking there, I realized there is this Waddon Marsh pond here, so I wanted to walk around it to see what there is to see. Maybe I can fly my drone. And in this drone clip, I will be telling you about the history of the ponds and the River Waddon. Waddon Ponds is one of the 3 main sites where the River Waddon can be seen in Croydon. The river used to flow from its source near the site of the former Swan and Sugarloaf pub on the Brighton Road, through the grounds of the Archbishops of Canterbury's Palace in central Croydon, and into Waddon Park, where the river was deculverted in 2012. It now also flows through the new South Quarter development. The river then flowed towards Waddon and into a large mill pond on the northern side of Mill Lane. The river continues through the boroughs of Sutton, Merton, Wandsworth, and into the Thames. And most of Waddon Ponds is managed as water gardens, with large weeping willows trailing their pendulous branches in the water. The ponds are fed by springs which arise at the junction between the beds of sand and chalk and the London gravel beds. The water then flows north towards Mill Lane and what used to be Northern Mill Pond in the River Waddon. The name Waddon is thought to have been derived from Waddon or Wold Hill. Wold would have grown on the chalk hills and has been used by ancient Britons who extracted blue dye from the plant to use as paint. When the houses were built at Newfire Aldwick Road, west of the pond, its traces of Bronze Age and Iron Age men were found. Remains from the Iron Age were also found on the sandy slopes of Alton Road to the east of the ponds. Waddon Ponds was part of a very old estate that held an area of 2,000 acres. I learned that they don't like to eat bread because it stops them from migrating. And oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And I also learned that bats will be seen at night. I think I saw a Canada geese, which is the one on the right, and a little geese, and it is the one on the left. Oh my god, I just witnessed that big swan bullying another bird. Now I don't know where that bird. It literally started chasing that bird, and now that bird is gone. Oh wow, there's like a cool Chinese temple here. I want to go in. It is like a Chinese center shopping mall. So if you are like ancient and you live in Croydon, you can come here. This is quite a cool place. I didn't see this on any websites. Yeah, I also took a photo outside with the building because I've never seen a building like this in London. Am I still in London actually? I don't really know because I took the tram here from Wimbledon. So am I still in London? I don't know. I am rambling on now. So, oh, look at those. So this is what I wanted to show you just now. It's like a shop. Whoops, I accidentally stayed in that shop for like 20 minutes because I was just looking at the detail and actually I wasn't finished, but because they were playing a scary movie and I didn't feel comfortable there. And I think there's also also a Chinese supermarket here. So this is the Croydon Airport Visitor Center, and there is a restaurant right next to it, which is perfect because it's now 12:15, and I feel like by the time I finish this museum, I'll be hungry. Actually, I feel like, will it be good to take a photo here? I'm gonna do that. So Google is wrong because they're actually closed and they only open on the first Sunday of every month. So I'm so upset. So it is open from 10 to 4 and the last entry is at 2:50. This is just for your information. So I went into the restaurant. I was a little bit hungry, and this is duck, and this is only a quarter. At first I thought a quarter is really little, but I think this will be enough for me. And they also have this cucumber and this salad. And the reason why I ordered this is because it has these pancakes, but I haven't seen this dish in any other restaurant, and I really miss this Hong Kong style food. And I have arrived at Duppass Hill Recreation Ground. I bet you this is just gonna be a green grass area. Maybe there's gonna be a view on the top, I don't know. But can I just say how long that duck pancake took me to eat? I was in the restaurant for an hour and a half, but I was also editing at the same time, so no time was wasted. And I'll let you know if I see anything interesting at the top of the hill. Surprise! There are 3 horses here. Can you guys see? I have arrived at the top of the hill, and there is actually no view here. That's a disappointment. And we can actually exit here. Oh wait, this is already Beddington Park, but on my maps it says there's still a little bit of a blue walk left. According to my maps, it says this is the Crew Manor Wetland, but it's not what at all. There's a playground here and a cafe over there, and there's also a cricket club here. So this is the Grange, and I am actually looking for the Grange Garden. This is the Grange Garden. I feel like this would be a good place to fly my drone and use my drone to help me take a photo. And I learned that this garden used to be owned by Alfred Hutchinson, and he sold it to the council in 1935, and it became a public park. And in this drone clip, I will be telling you about the history of Beddington and Beddington Park. Beddington is a suburban settlement in the London Borough of Sutton, on the boundary with the London Borough of Croydon. Beddington is formed from a village of the same name which, until the early 20th century, still included land which became termed entirely as Wellington. The later was in the 13th century shown on local maps as Highbury, and named after a bridge on the River Waddon. The locality was a landscaped wooded park, also known as Carshalton Manor, and a nature reserve and its sewage treatment works in the center and to the north of its area, respectively. The population of Beddington, according to the 2011 census, is 21,044 people. Beddington forms part of the Carshalton and Wallington constituency, which is represented in Westminster by Conservator Elliot Colburn. Of the 6 councillors that Beddington elects to Sutton Council from the wards Beddington North and Beddington South. The village lay in Wallington Hundred, and until the 19th century was in secular and ecclesiastical terms a large parish in its own right. Wallington was for centuries a manor in Beddington Parish, and although known as the shorthand for the area, stretching from Cheam to Eddington, and from Charlton to Mitcham. Wallington superseded Beddington's former area in the early 20th century. The settlement appears in the Domesday Book as Beddington, held partly by Robert Lee Waite-Bill, from Richard Lee Tonbridge, and by Miles Cribson. As this was before the expansion of Wallington, it extends on the south over the chalks down at Branshaw and northwards onto the London Clay. And I've only got time to tell you this much about Beddington Park, but hope you enjoyed listening. Someone is getting married. Can you see? There's a couple on the bridge. Oh, so there is a little elms pond here, but it's literally this small. Oh, so this is the wilderness island. There's some true sedges flowers here, but there's like an insect following me, so I'm not gonna take a photo here. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm at Impotino, so I should be nearing the exit. I'm back at the start. I kind of got lost just now, but basically there is another river at the other side, and that's how I came back here. It only took me like 15 minutes, so it's not too bad. So I was originally gonna go to Mitcham Common, but I realized I'm actually right next to Carshalton Station, and Mitcham Common was actually a 44-minute walk. So then I saw on the maps that there was this Carshalton Park, and there's an ecology center, so that's why I wanted to come here. So there is a pond here. There are some really beautiful flowers here, so I want to fly my drone and learn about the Grove Park. So the parkland was in medieval times part of the manor of Stone Court. It then consisted mainly of meadows. The manor house was situated at the corner of North Street and Mill Lane. The original Tudor house was rebuilt in about 1710, and recently in 2005. There was an archaeological investigation into the remains of this building. In the early 19th century, a new house called the Grove was built on the other side of the river on higher ground, and is the large house seen today. The remaining outbuildings of Stone Court were converted to what are now Education Department's offices. The Grove, including the ornamental gardens, was bought by Carshalton Urban District Council in 1924, and the park was opened to the public several years later. The Leone Bridge that you saw at the pond is actually where Grove Park meets the lower pond, and it is sometimes referred to as the Leone Bridge, as it is conjectured. The Venetian architect Giacomo Leone designed it, and Leone had been commissioned to design a new mansion for Carshalton Park during the early 18th century. But the mansion itself was never constructed. The Grove House was obscure, but it is shown on an 1847 map, and so precedes this date. The building is now occupied by departments of the London Borough of Sutton. It is likely that a watermill existed here from Anglo-Saxon times, although much of the current structure is a recent restoration carried out after a fire. The cascade is near the footbridge towards the Stone Court corner of the park. There's a children's playground here. Actually, this is a cool little photo taking spot. Oh, hello, squirrel. I'm gonna take a photo here. Ooh, look at this mini waterfall. I'm gonna take a photo here. And I am back at the start, so I'm gonna go to Carshalton Park now. Wow, look at the shape of the grass. That is quite cool, actually. when I googled this, it says that this part of the park is the prettiest, so I'm gonna fly my drone here and take a photo with it. Carshalton Park is a public park in Carshalton, in the London Borough of Sutton. It is situated south of the High Street, in the area bounded by Ruskin Road, Ashcombe Road, Woodstock Road, and the park. Carshalton Park and some of the surrounding houses are within a conservation area. The park today occupies an area of 9.28 hectares, which is about 1/10 of its original size. It began to be sold off for housing development in 1892. The northern boundary previously extended as far as the High Street, with the Orangery building situated in the square once being within the parkland. There were there in this park up until 1898. Plans in the early 18th century to build a new mansion or palace in the park involved the Venetian architect Giacomo Leoni, who was chosen to design the building and carry out the landscaping. Only the orangery was built, although architectural drawings for the mansions were published. The gates made for the park in 1711 are now installed on the Gold Coast of Long Island. There are also features such as Hawk Pit, which is directly in front of today's main north entrance to the park. The origin of this substantial earthwork is unknown, but reference to Hawk Pit can be found in multiple records for the year 1444. It is recorded that in the late 18th century, Hawk Pit was used as a water reservoir for the mill power. There is a cool little bridge here, and I just took a photo. So I'm probably gonna end the vlog here because I'm a little tired now and I finished everything around here. So if you guys enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Comment down below to let me know if you actually ended up going to any of these places because of my vlog. And I'll see you all with another traveling vlog or music related video.